Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Biotechnology and Its Applications. Today we are going to complete the last part of this chapter, which is part 3. So let's begin with the first question here. Genetically engineered bacteria have been successfully used in the commercial production of dash. So this is it's a repeated question only. This question was asked in the year 1996. So yes, all of you know what the answer is. It is human insulin. So when I talk about human insulin, what you have to remember is it has 53 amino acids, and that will be into 2 polypeptides, and they are connected by disulfide linkages. In 1983, the American company Eli Lilly prepared 2 DNA sequences corresponding to the AB inuslin chains. When introduced into the plasmids of E. coli, insulin chains were formed. They were extracted and fused to produce human insulin. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option A. Next question here. Which body of the government of India regulates GM research and safety of introducing GM organisms for public services? Okay. So, what do you think will be here? The answer. You have to look for the statements here. Indian Council of Agricultural Research, no. Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. So that will be the answer, because we are dealing with genetically modified organisms. What does GM stand for? Genetically modified. Therefore, it has to undercome, or it has to be under genetic engineering. The rest of them, they are talking about the general terms. This talks about agriculture. This talks about gene manipulation. Gene manipulation is different from genetic engineering. Biosafety Committee also is not the answer. The right answer is option B. Genetic Engineering Approval is the answer. So the main reason of why do we go for these genetically modified organisms, why do we introduce them into the plants, or why should we do that? Why that genetic engineering has gained so much importance now? See, you know very well, when it comes to the field of plant or fruits, or you go anywhere, you require a lot of pesticides and fertilizers that have to be used in order to prevent from the pest. You have to protect the plant or whatever it is from the pest, the crops, everything. So they introduce these genetically modified plants or something, so that they can prevent the usage. I mean, you can reduce the usage of the fertilizers or the pesticides that you're using to protect the crops or the plant. So the main reason why did it come into era is to reduce the amount of pesticides or fertilizers used. Next question here. Maximum number of existing animals is of dash. That is transgenic they are talking about, right? So what do you, maybe we need to I just now told you what is the meaning of genetically modified and all that. So what do you mean by transgenic? It is similar to that only. What do you mean by transgenic? See, transgenic animals are the animals that have had foreign gene deliberately inserted into their genome. Such animals are the most commonly created. How are they created? By micro injection of DNA. So it will be introduced into the pronuclei of a fertilized egg. Okay, of a fertilized egg, and this will subsequently implanted into the oviduct of the pseudo pregnant surrogate mother. So predominantly, or maximum number of existing transgenic animals belong to mice. Option B is a right answer. Next question here. Genetic engineering has been successfully used for producing dash. So you have to analyze the statements here. Transgenic mice for testing safety of polio vaccine before use in humans. Transgenic models. Okay. Then you have transgenic cow Rosie, which produces high-fat milk for making ghee. Animals like bulls for farm work as they have superpower. The right answer to this question is option A and B. While if you take the transgenic Rosie is actually a cow, while restriction enzyme cut the DNA at the specific site. Okay. Therefore, here if you see, we have 4 options here. Okay, What do you think will be the right answer here? I just told you why can't it be A and B. But I just now told in the previous question that maximum number of transgenic animals are found in the population of mice. So the answer is option A. It's not B. I just gave you a clarity whether you are able to answer. The right answer is option A. Okay, transgenic mice for testing the safety of polio vaccine before use in humans. Genetic engineering has been successfully used for producing transgenic mice. Many transgenic mice are designed to increase our understanding of how genes contribute to the development of a disease. Transgenic mice are being developed for the use in testing the safety of the vaccine before they are incorporated into humans. For example, transgenic mice are being used for the test of the safety of the polio vaccine. Major contribution is from the mice. Next question here. Transgenic plants are the ones which are dash. So I just now told you, right, I just gave you an example of transgenic animals. What do? They genetically modify certain DNA and they insert it into the surrogate mother. So that's how it works for an animal. So what about the plants then? They are generated by using or by introducing a foreign DNA into a cell and regenerating a plant from that cell. The first option is right, because we are introducing something foreign. It is not natural or it is not innate. We are introducing it. So transgenic plants are the ones which are generated by introducing the foreign DNA into the cell, and once again after you introduce, of course they will grow up, they will regenerate into a whole plant or an animal, but they'll have modifications in their genome. Therefore the right answer to this question is option A. Next question here. A transgenic food crop which may help in solving the problem of night blindness in developing countries is dash. So very easy question. We already discussed about it even in the earlier chapter of biotechnology and its process. So you should know what the answer is. See, night blindness is associated with the deficiency of vitamin A, right? Carotene is responsible for the eyesight, and you have many benefits, but let's not talk about it. But what I am saying here is the transgenic crop which help you in solving the problem is vitamin A. So it is obviously this vitamin A is incorporated in this four. I mean, out of this four, it has been incorporated. Yes, the right answer is golden rice. It is a transgenic food crop which may help in solving the problem of night blindness in developing countries. Golden rice or a miracle rice is rich in vitamin A or beta carotene and iron. Decaffeinated coffee are also vulnerable achievements of gene transfer technology. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option D. Next question here. Golden rice is a transgenic crop of the future with the following improved trait. So obviously you know what the answer is. I think I don't have to give much explanation here. We just now discussed it in the earlier question where we saw golden rice is a one which becomes solution for night blindness. So it means it has high vitamin A content. Golden rice, as you all know, is a transgenic crop which has high value of vitamin A. So when it is incorporated into the staple food, people, when they incorporate in their daily diet, automatically vitamin A is supplemented in their diet. So it prevents various diseases. The transgenic rice variety is now being crossed with adapted varieties through the field test to make them grow in year or two. Therefore, the right answer to this question is vitamin A, which is D option. Next question here. 2 microbes found to be very useful in genetic engineering is dash. This is again an easy question for you. Already you should know what the answer is. Yes, the right answer is Escherichia coli and Agrobacterium tumefaciens, which is option D. If you look at the other ones, Vibrio cholerae is the one which causes cholera. Diplococcus, they all have a lot of diseases associated with them. Now, if you look at E. coli, it's a human intestine organism. Okay. It's actually a coliform, a gram-negative bacterium, and of course you have advantages and you have disadvantages also. Okay, it's a motile bacterium. It has flagella in their body. And Agrobacterium tumefaciens, you know, it causes tumors. It causes tumor in the plants, the root nodules, all that is associated with this. So the 2 microbes which are commonly used or very profoundly used in genetic engineering is option D. Escherichia coli, which is often called as E. coli, and Agrobacterium tumefaciens, which is associated with the ground gall in plants. Therefore, the right answer is option D. With this, we complete the part 3 of biotechnology and its applications. Hope to meet you in the next new chapter with another set of questions. Thank you.